Moments before the guilty verdict was announced in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Chauvin on Tuesday, a teenage girl was fatally shot by an officer in Columbus, Ohio. Police say she was armed with a knife. Franklin County Children's Services confirming the 16-year-old girl was Ma'Khia Bryant and that she was in foster care.
16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant died at the hands of a Columbus police officer on Tuesday. Although the body cam footage offers some context, it does not tell the full story, including why those in Ohio are protesting in her name. I'm attorney Adrienne Lawrence, and welcome into TYT Overruled. As the jury verdict was being read in Derek Chauvin's trial on Tuesday, a Columbus, Ohio police officer fatally shot Ma'Khia Bryant, a bright 16-year-old girl living in a foster home. Someone had called the police to the home seeking help because the girls were fighting. The footage of what happened next when police arrived is quite disturbing.
What the video shows is the female with the knife attempting to stab the first female that lands on the ground, and then the second female that is pushed against the vehicle.
The video shows the officer then firing his weapon.
Now remember, this is just one angle of the events, but taking what we have here, let's talk about it. First, the legal angle. The officer was likely legally justified in shooting Bryant because she was lunging at the other girl with a knife. The officer's actions would be considered defense of another. Basically, under that doctrine, it's the right of a person to protect a victim against an assailant who's threatening to inflict force upon the victim. But that force has to be reasonable. Although a knife and a gun are very different types of weapons, both are generally considered to be deadly weapons under the law. Now, given that, the officer's decision to shoot Bryant is likely going to be considered reasonable under the law, meaning that the officer probably won't be punished for shooting Bryant. But should that be the case? The officer charged onto the scene without fully assessing it and made the rush decision to end a 16-year-old girl's life. Now, I understand she was carrying a knife, but the officer basically brought a gun to a knife fight and reportedly shot 4 shots into her. Wouldn't a taser have done the job, or maybe just one bullet? I do understand that the goal was to get Bryant away from the girl in pink, but did she have to die to get that job done? Remember, we don't know why Bryant had the knife to begin with. She may have been the victim at the start, the one who actually called the police for help. Using deadly force against a child should be the last option. It's often the last option when the child is white. Even if there's not even a child, but just the person is white. Just last weekend, a 61-year-old white man in Minnesota attacked a police officer, struck him in the head with a hammer, and drove off with the officer clinging to his truck.
Oh my God. Oh, hell no. The cop was on there!
He wasn't shot, nor was this white man beating an officer with his baton and resisting arrest.
Scary.
No one's asking for police to kill white people at the same rate that they're killing black people. We simply want to not be killed at the same rate as white people aren't killed. That's why people are protesting. We want options. 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant should have had options. That's the change that we need.